ultrasound Bayshore knockout. We're on to semifinals. Now it's as good a time as any, isn't it, my friend?
Certainly is. Like I said before we left for break, I think these two matchups can be huge matchups. We'll have to see Markham if they can continue their winning ways, stuff their pockets, live up to that Millionaires name like we've said a couple of times, or does Hamilton, do they continue to be probably the most impressive team on tour right now?
Yeah, good.
Looking to break a record here. Last year, Milton won 3 tournaments, and that's what Hamilton has. So they could become the most winningest franchise in 3HL history in just their first season.
That's what I was going to say. Was the amazing part is it hasn't been like an adjustment where, for the first 2 or 3 tournaments they sort of felt their way through. No, they've had their foot on the gas pedal and the window's wide open and the radio set to the rock station. Like, in other words, everything's gone their way so far. 1 loss in Collingwood, and that was a battle of an affair with the Newmarket Saints in that one, and Jimmy Sargent and his Chargers prevailed in that one. But everything's been going the way of the Hamilton Tigers, and so Markham's got a bit of an uphill battle, but hey, keep it close. Although in 14 minutes, you don't have that whole game. You can't really lay back and wait. You have to make things happen, especially with your Markham. They did that in the opening round, got up to 3 goals early, and then held on for a 4-2 win. So it would have been close. They needed an extra goal, and it was a back and forth affair. But those 3 early goals, what I'm trying to say, sparked the win. Yeah,
I think they have to recognize that you can't do that in this league, especially coming up against a team like Hamilton. They go through spurts where they don't look great. I mean, we saw that up in Aurora, or I should say down in Aurora, considering how far north we are today.
Everything's down from here.
But they came out to a slow start in their first round matchup. They eventually came out on top and beat Simcoe. But Simcoe came out to an early lead, and we were thinking, oh, man, this could be Simcoe's first win, and maybe Hamilton, first time they lose in the first round. They ended up figuring it out and coming out with a win. So Markham has to realize if that does happen once again where they do jump out to an early lead, they got to keep the foot down to the pedal.
They certainly do, and this is it's exactly the type of game where you can't just back off and sort of feel your way through and wait for the first period and hope it's 0-0. No, you've got to get going, get things on the score sheet, and we are set to go. There's 2 zebras on the ice, 3 in green, 3 in LA Kings colors. Actually, I'm reading a book I was just telling you about Marcel Dion, the Triple Crown line, Charlie Simmer and company. But here we go in this one. The Millionaires starting out slowly. Tyler Shiplow. Tyler says, Shiplow my pants, as long as I get the win. He's got it now. He's going to open up with a clacker. That one's off the dashers. Came hard the other way. Here's a left wing side. Wasn't as fast as the right wing side. It's Rinaldi, of course, that number 9, the speedster. Played to the near side off the boards. Chad Spur's got it. Chad Spur is just sublime. And it took a great deal. You got a hooking. Oh, no, high stick, pardon me. High stick. I thought it was going to be a hooking penalty. I thought that was a well played at the side of the net to deny Spur.
Yeah, Spur had a yawning cage, but couldn't quite find the back of it. Luckily for Tyler Owens, looks like he's in the zone right now in his own end. He's going to have to be big because Hamilton has so many sharp shooters.
They do. And Kyle Dutra was denied the other way. It's coming back as Hamilton hanging on. Andrew Marcoux in the corner. Marcoux stepped away from his man, tries to go around him, does a pretty nifty job of going back and forth, but having about enough of that was Brock McPherson, number 27. Now they step around the man and get a shot on net, but it's turned aside by the netminder for Markham, Tyler Owens. In back of the net, here is number 27, McPherson. Taking his time now. Slowly in over the line. Not a bad idea when you consider they only have 1 line change for Markham, but you look at Hamilton, they've got 1 extra guy on the bench, so it's not exactly like they're going to tire anybody out.
Yeah, no doubt.
That puck was left dangerously for a second. Kyle McCutcheon's with it now. McCutcheon, his centering pass was picked off there by Rinaldi. Side of the net. Here's Chad Spur with it now. Spur starting out, cutting to the middle. He's being marked. He's got Rinaldi on the left wing side. Rinaldi in over the blue line first. It's backhanded back. Oh.
Nice block by McLaughlin.
Yeah, Mike Burgoyne's shot. He's got it again, does number 22. Burgoyne. Rinaldi.
That one had eyes.
Didn't it? It just missed. Blocker side. Looked like the goaltender sort of shrugged at it a little. Owens did, but Over and back, my friend.
Yeah, both teams are kind of, no, you touch it. So the refs decide, you know what, boys, enough of this. I'm blowing it down.
Yeah.
Green puck at center.
Okay, so here they come, Markham. Shiplow, who had to take a second swipe to try and get his pass through, but it's coming the other way, or it was coming the other way. Just a second. It was Jeff Caster in the corner. Caster spinning. Got a man on him, though. Caster's in some trouble. Having to help out there is one of the players in back of the net. It's Andrew Marcoux, number 7 now. Marcoux quickly down the left wing side. In over the blue line. One to beat. Got a man, though. Can't find him with the puck. Goes in back of the net. This one all the way back to center. Fake shot by Jeff Caster. Finds Marcoux. Marcoux, oh, I thought he was going to run into some difficulties there. Caster plays this one below the goal line. There's a number 8 out there, and I don't think it's Phil Brewer,
It definitely is not.
Okay, there we go. Here's a pass in front. Markham, oh, and the puck just gets away from Kevin Baker. Would have loved to have opened up the scoring, and there's a pass that gets right to Rinaldi, and he's in on a breakaway. Although he runs out of real estate, the goalie picks up the net, puts it back on its moorings. We got a gamer there. Here comes Markham now. Brendan McLaughlin. He got a neat shot off and then skipped this one across. 0-0, 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first period in this one. We're going to find out maybe if Sam McDade can have a look at the roster and find out who Hamilton's number 8 is. It's back to Chad Spur. Spur says, I'm 3 8s and a 1. 25 out there. His number was retired, as we said. He was a captain 3 years in a row, and his team. Here comes McLaughlin, though. He just sort of left the puck on the blue line there for McCutcheon. Return feed. As having to be sharp there was Brock McPherson. It's the Mick line. There's McCutcheon, McPherson.
Yeah, over and back.
Well, too many men, too.
And too many men.
So McLaughlin, McCutcheon, McPherson, the Mick line. Comes with fries and a medium drink. And a small toy.
Oh, they didn't call too many men. They just called the over and back.
Okay.
They're lucky there.
Yeah. I guess that negated the too many men, but it did seem like they may have been in a bit of trouble. But Hamilton, nonetheless. There's
Speaking of Mick McPherson playing over in the EIHL, the pro league in the UK. So using his UK heritage probably to be not a import spot, as if you do have a grandparents or parents, I believe the rule is, that are from the UK, you can play there and not be considered an import.
Right. Well, that's good to know.
Yes.
That'll open up a lot of action. Oh, there's a long pass, and this one takes a great hop, but not for the Millionaires player that was out there, Kevin Baker. He was going for a more sharp angle off the boards, and it was more obtuse and came out towards the middle of the ice rather than straight towards them.
The way that Baker's been shooting the puck today already with 2 goals, you have to think that could have been a really good chance for the Millionaires.
Yes. And here comes Hamilton below the goal line. Jim Lowe says, last minute of play in the first half. Pass back down the slot for Spur. He had it on his stick, and then it was chopped away. Here comes Markham now, 49 seconds to go. 0-0 still the score in this one, and the player taken down. And Mike Burgoyne heads to the bench after getting his job done against his numerical counterpart. Oh, that was chopped away at the very last second, and then it's not. It does not go in. Don't ask me how. I hit a body, I believe. I'm not sure. Here's a fake slap shot, and that one goes off the stick of Jeff Caster. Down to 20 seconds to go. You get the feeling somebody's going to score, and very soon, but who? Well, we'll find out right there. That one looked at the near side upstairs. It goes back over center, so it's over and back, and that's going to do it for the first period, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. As there's just about a couple of ticks left on the clock.
Oh, Caster made it look like he was going to let it rip there and scared the Markham Millionaires player who wasn't thinking a slap shot was coming from center.
Yeah, you almost think.
You know why this is 0-0, by the way? Because they're both on the left side of my ledger. They're both on the left. It's going to stay 0-0. Nobody's going to win.
There you go.
Sorry, go ahead with your thought.
No, I can't because you just blew my mind.
With this logic of mine, it's just hard to trace sometimes. Well, what do you think about Markham's chances now? They've gotten through that first period, 7 minutes without surrendering a goal. They've had a couple of looks at Chris Hick and the Hamilton Tigers net. Their goaltender Tyler Owens has been sharp. I mean, I like their chances against a powerful team.
So do I, and I keep mentioning, they only have 6 skaters. Well, maybe 6 skaters is the thing they need. Maybe they play better with a more volume of ice time. Maybe the more touches, the better. I'm sure if they had maybe 1 extra body, it would help. But the fact that they don't have, the fact that they're on every other shift, maybe it's helping them out. I don't know. We'll have to see.
It's hard to get too many men when 3 is my guy, and when he comes off, I'm taking his place, right? There's not going to be 2 jumping over the boards if 1 comes off. That's the good thing with 6 guys. When you got like 9 or 12 guys and nobody there directing traffic, we can see too many men. But here is Hamilton looking to strike first. Man on the doorstep, up and over, and they found twine, but the wrong sort of twine, the stuff above the glass.
Oh my God, Rinaldi tries to put it upstairs, and he almost literally does put it upstairs.
And then he yelled the hockey word.
Up into the Bears' den.
No kidding. You can hear him all the way across the rink yell, gosh. Something to that effect. Yes.
Shoot.
That's
so,
what it was.
Sam doing some great reporting for us. It is actually Jason Spur, Chad Spur's brother.
Oh, dangerous.
So I know you're a big fan of the Spur brothers.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So there we go. Thank you very much, Sam, for doing the digging. She did give us the high sign. She gave us the thumbs up like, I got you what you need.
Yeah.
She's going undercover, actually, too. She was playing an athletic therapist. No, here they go. Shot, great save, it's on the rebound. Oh, it's up and over the net once again. If field goals were counted, my friend, it'd be 9-0 for Hamilton. So the Tigers are starting to look like the Ticats, really, when you think about it. All the chances going upstairs are wide right. Well, here's an opportunity now to the doorstep, but again, an active stick gets in the way, and that one goes miles in the air. Now it's up in the air and tossed aside like an old dish rag. Was one of the Hamilton players at the side of the net.
Anthony, I'm a Bills fan. I'm going to ask you to never say wide right ever again, please.
Why? Your eye's starting to bulge and twinkle and twitch, and here, you got a little tear running down your cheek. Yeah, we're in this part of the tournament. Yeah, you got that right, Matt. Matt's saying, oh, we're here, are we? Is that where we're at? Yes, we're having a bit of fun. So, that Buffalo game, though. I was actually calling a game Sunday and keeping an eye on, my cameraman had an iPad beside him there, so we were keeping an eye on that 3-3 contest. I know you're a huge fan. Followed your tweets, my friend.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, no kidding. My wife was singing, we're talking proud Buffalo, and I'm like, holy smokes, I haven't heard that in a few years. She said that's the last time they were in the playoffs. There's a shot. That had to handcuff the goaltender. Tyler Owens had to be sharp. He took it on the palm, sort of, and then played it to side. Back to this one here. This is a really good one. And somebody, his 222s come together. He wins the battle, but the net comes off the moorings there.
Kyle Dutra, he's been great.
Everywhere.
He's been all over the ice. Outstanding here today, but already with 1 goal and an assist, and almost breaks the deadlock with about 4:25 left on the clock.
Him and Mike Burgoyne, 2 big 22s
Couple
coming
of
together.
deuces.
Yeah. 4 minutes, 10 seconds.
Penalty.
We have a penalty. And it's going to go against Markham.
Hamilton's going to get a chance with a penalty shot with chasers, but it looks like they're going to try to use this mini power play that we've seen in past.
Why wouldn't they? Here comes the big fella, Burgoyne. Shot hit a stick, but it was no direct. Now they can touch it. Now that gets whistled down because you have to be in control. So a Winwell penalty shot, and much like the drink you're going to have later, with a chaser.
We'll see who's going to take this shot.
We'll see where.
No, we'll also see, but it's Rinaldi. Here we go.
Well, but he's got a man right on him. Oh, it danced off the pipe, and we have goal number 1 in this first semifinal, an absolute doozy. But it took a penalty shot to get here.
Yeah, Josh Rinaldi takes over sole first place for the 3HL scoring lead as he rips a snapper and kisses the bar. It goes in, and Hamilton has a 1-0 lead with 3 minutes to go. Markham has some work to do.
10 minutes and 33 seconds, Matt's telling us that the 2 teams were scoreless. And I thought that was going to be in favor of Markham because As you know, it only takes one to win, but Rinaldi found the first one. He's going to look for more. Oh, he played it through. Oh, what a great stop, and then tipped out of midair, but played with a high stick. Rinaldi's ticked at himself. We heard him yelling something earlier when he headed off after putting the field goal up and over.
Yeah, Josh Rinaldi holds himself to a higher standard as he should. He's a special player.
He is. Oh, trying to make a special play there was one of the Markham players. Brock McPherson had it, dished it off to Shiplow, pardon me. He tried to find a man on the near side. Here is Dutra. Oh, it tipped on the way through. That was a good look at the net. Kevin Baker got his stick on it, but steered it just wide of the mark. This one's all the way back to the point. Shiplow had to be careful. He had a man marking him. And it's Mr. Spur coming the other way. Finding Marcoux. Marcoux to the middle. Good stop there by the netminder as Hamilton's getting some changes in as Marcoux.
Owens is thinking about going to the bench. Now he finally does.
Okay, so there you go. Tyler Owens is on the bench with $1.50 to go in this one. That one, though, hit the mesh, so there's going to be a hurry-up face-off. And waiting for that was Brendan McLaughlin. And they pick up the, whoa, they get a turnover. Here they come now. And here's Rinaldi, all alone. Can he beat the goaltender? Yes, he can because it's an empty net.
And he's on the bench.
Wow.
Josh Rinaldi, goal scoring continues as Phil Brewer waves away that scoring lead. Rinaldi, the pride of Adrian College, just increasing this lead to 2-0, and it looks like Hamilton's going to go back to the finals. Can Rinaldi get a hat trick here?
Well, he's going to have to beat the netminders back in. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to pull the goalie with like a minute 50 to go. It doesn't really matter, does it, if they get scored on? But in a 1-0 game.
I also didn't like how they didn't have full possession.
Yeah.
I thought they should have sent Owens back out once they had a chance with that change. But
yeah,
it's here nor there.
Well, here we go. It's going to be the icing on the cake. Dead center, son. Not even guys sweeping, yelling hurry and hurry hard, but right down the middle of the ice. And there it is, twixt the pipes.
That Jeff Kaster shoots that one all the way from Hamilton, and couldn't have been more dead in between the net.
No, because oftentimes length of the ice attempts at open nets, for some reason, whatever, they just seem to always go wide, don't they? Here comes Hamilton once again, trying to add some punctuation marks to this one. They've already got the 3-0 lead. And it's Markham's got $2,000. That'll definitely buy them some treats for the return trip home. And that one hits the pipe near side. But the big fella just hangs on. Chris Hick, 22 seconds to go in this one. Hustling back for it, Brendan McLaughlin, the captain. Played in the Deutschland Elite League, and then he loses his footing in back of the net. Had the presence of mind to get up and try and find a man behind everybody. That would be Kyle Dutra. He's one of the most lethal. Here's Rinaldi. Oh, wow. Just rolled on his stick. So he had a chance for 3, even 4.
Yeah. He was all over the ice. I don't know if Sam has Ship My Pants game MVP picked out, but he certainly would be my pick.
No kidding.
He was unbelievable. A couple of goals. Had a goal and an assist in the first game. He has been outstanding so far this year. He's been outstanding all year long. Coming into this tournament, he was just 1 point behind Phil Brewer. Outstanding effort from him.
So now we've got, let me see, what are the 2 teams coming? It would be the Guelph Brewers and the Toronto Bees. I wonder, is that going to be a good one, do you think?
Oh, it's going to be a great one. I cannot wait.
No kidding.
And, well, we can't really wait because it looks like Sam McDade has already picked her Ship My Pants game MVP, and it looks like it's Jeff Kaster.
Alongside Jeff Kaster, who has a goal in this game, a goal in the game before, 2 in the tournament. What's been kind of working for you while generating plays?
Oh, I mean, first things first for me is just play defense, and I think I've just capitalized on a couple chances, but not just playing safe. That's kind of our style, and then take advantage of the chances when we get them.
It's good to see the Hamilton Tigers finding success even with a smaller bench of regulars than you guys normally have, because consistency really is your game on the roster. Your goaltender, who is he, and what do you think of him so far?
His name's Chris Hike. I just met him today. A few of the guys knew him from way back, but he's doing a great job. I mean, he stepped right in, and he's made the big saves when we needed to, and that's kind of our style, where we don't give up a lot, but when the goalie gets a chance, he's got to stop it.
And sometimes it can be the biggest adjustment, can tell you if he's going to be good or not in the beginning. Now, speaking of adjustments, you guys will have to adjust from playing Markham Millionaires now to one of these two, Guelph or Toronto, whoever wins. Is there a preference here or a game plan?
They're both veteran teams that I think know how to play 3HL hockey, and I think that's what we've had success with. There's a style, and these guys, especially Guelph, I know they have a lot of sharpshooters, so we just got to play our game, and I'm sure this will be a great game, and whoever we get, we'll deal with it.
Thanks so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the finals. We'll see you in a little